Okay, now we're going to go through a simple dogfight, 1v1, 1 0 and 1 Corsair. So our zeros on our hexagonal grid map. Now we roll for our entry hex. 1 die 6. The 3 is 4 o'clock position. Now I'll explain some of the restrictions on movement as we go, and hopefully I won't forget anything. So first of all, you check the bounce table to see who has the bounce. Let's presume a couple of things here, that we're both at medium altitude. I have the bounce, so I determine that I get to go first or he gets to go first. You can shoot anytime during your movement, as long as the enemy is within your firing arc. So we both have 5 points for the 0 and for my Corsair. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have to use all your points, but you have to use a minimum of 2. So I'll shoot now. I get 2 rolls on the fighter damage table because my firepower is greater than 20. 62 is a miss. And 25 is an oxygen hit. Normally we would lay out our 0 playmat and mark off the oxygen hit here and keep track of all damage, but since my play space is limited here, I'm just going to keep track of it on a separate piece of paper. And I use 1 ammo for that. So my turn is done. Now the 0, since I'm controlling him also, playing both sides, I'm going to try and get on my Corsair's tail now. Now, you have to move at least 1 hex forward before you can turn a hex side to start your turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he is done. Another movement note is you can't turn 2 hex sides in a row. You have to have 1 forward movement in between them. So that marks off the first turn. Now the second turn, since I don't have the bounce anymore, we're going to roll 1 die 6 for each of us. Higher number has the initiative and can determine who goes first. And he has a 5, I have a 4, so he wants to go first. And what he's going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not in his forward arc, so he can't shoot, but he's working his way around to get on my tail. Now for my movement, I'm going to perform a maneuver. So I'm going to do a wing over for 3 points, 4, and 5. And that marks the end of the second turn. Roll for initiative. He has the initiative. He wants to go first, so what he's going to do is perform a minimum radius turn for 4 points. And shoot. 35. Starboard wing. 61. Fuel tank. Now if he wanted to, he could move 1 more hex forward. He only spent 4 points. You can have multiple aircraft in the same hex, no stacking limit. Each hex is approximately 150 yards across, so there's plenty of room. Now for my turn, one point, a minimum radius turn for 4 points makes 5, and I get to shoot at him. 32 is a miss. 31 is a tail hit. Now, I also wrote in some rules for certain types of hits. Tail hits, engine hits, pilot hits. There will be some restrictions. I didn't print out that chart, so we'll just go with it for now. I mark off an ammo, and I'm finished with the third turn now. Roll for initiative. I have him 5-1. I'm going to let him go first because I don't think I can get back around to a shooting position. So he will perform a minimum radius turn for 4 and shoot at me. 32 is a miss. 25. Oxygen. So an oxygen hit means I have to move down to low altitude and stay there for the rest of the game. Now, since we're both at medium right now, me being at low means he can still shoot at me, so we'll just keep it that way. I can shoot up at him 1 level, he can shoot down at me 1 level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to separate and then rejoin the fight. And that's the end of turn 4. Roll for initiative. I have a 6, he has a 3. Now, since I'm restricted to low altitude, I can't do an Immelman to come back into the fight, so I'll just do a minimum radius turn for 4 points and stay there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the end of the turn. Okay, he has initiative, 4-1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if he can come in and flank me. 1, 2, 3. 4. End of the turn. I have initiative, 5-1. 1, 2, 3, and we'll shoot. 45, port wing. 32 is a miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he's going to try and separate and then come back into the fight. 4 and 4, roll again. 5 for me, 1 for him. Again, can't do an Immelman, so let's do a minimum radius turn. 4 points, and we'll shoot from there. 16, port wing. That makes 2 port wing hits. 1 more and he goes down. 43, radio hit. He can do a split S. It will cost all his points. He'll end up here, and he'll be shooting at me. 34 is a miss. 24, fuel tank. That makes 2 fuel tank hits, 1 more, and I go down in flames. Roll for initiative. 5 for him, 2 for me, so he's going to call this one, and he's going to make me go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try another separation move and come back. This time we're going to have him do an Immelman. Cost all his points. Not within range, but at least his guns are pointing towards me. Roll for initiative. 4 for me, 2 for him. Let's go minimum radius turn. fifth point there. I should have stayed back 1 hex because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to be thinking ahead in this game. 2 shots. 12, landing gear. 24, fuel tank. Well, he did it. He flamed me. Okay. I lost to myself. That's an example of dogfighting using this tactical combat system, 1v1. Maybe next time we'll do a 2v2 or attack some bombers. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.